Good evening. Good evening. Yes, good evening. I wasn't planning on doing another stream today, but yeah, well, here we are. I kind of said yesterday that I would do a stream today, and then when I basically came home, I was knackered. I've been driving today. I'm even more knackered, but I just feel like the concept of continually doing daily streams is exactly what I want to do. So we're gonna make a short one today. The longer one is planned to be tomorrow, which is like the voting session, but today we're not gonna do a voting. It's gonna be a shorter stream. I've kind of planned up the type of stream that I want to make. Since you've probably seen the title, we're gonna have a little chat about, well, basically comparing the songs from this year in Eurovision with the songs from last year in terms of Eurovision. So yeah, it's another Eurovision discussion basically. Did you just wake up from a nap? No, no naps here. But I'll probably get to bed pretty early tonight, and tomorrow I have like no, what's it called, like no times to take consideration to, so I can actually sleep out a little bit, and I'm looking forward to that. But yeah, it's not going to be a too late of a night. We're going to make a short little stream. We're going to talk some 2022. We're going to talk some 2023. Obviously, we haven't seen the songs being performed live from 23, so I think we're just going to stick to like focusing on songs from like arrangement perspective. The production quality can be taken into consideration. Just the song listening experience, you know? So we can, in this stream, we can talk about Foulen from France as being the peak of musical products eternally, you know. We could just talk about it in that way without really having to consider the fact that it kind of fell apart when they performed it. You see the point? So I mean, that's just to kind of make a fair, I guess, kind of comparison between 22 and 23. And what I actually thought we should do is, I'm not sure what you prefer. Do we prefer that it's going to be short? It will only be 2 hours. That means, let's hope not. Let's hope not. Let's hope not 2 hours, but we'll see. I actually want you to decide with me. Do you prefer me to just kind of tell you my thoughts on like comparing them? Because I was thinking we're gonna have like the basically like a battle thing where you pick your favorite song from each of the country. Basically, you pick whether you prefer 22 or 23. Simple as that. Would you prefer it if I just tell you what I prefer, or should we do like a voting for every country, like a poll to see which one is more popular in the chat? Let me know what you prefer. Not sure if we really have time to do both, in all honesty, but yeah, let me know what you prefer. I was thinking that's the way we're gonna do it. I went around a little bit on the website Tier Maker, which I think a lot of you people, if you've been on my channel before, you're well aware of what the website Tier Maker is, because I've been using it a bunch in basically making videos on my channel. So let me just move the okay, people want a poll, so then we're gonna make a poll. I'm gonna put me up here. We could do both, yeah, but that's gonna take so much time. Here we have what I was kind of planning on using. Now I can kind of see that the chat box and my face, like, is it possible to like move the, no it's not. I want like this whole white section at the left side to just be, you know, smaller, so everything's like just moved to the left. Not really sure how to do that, but yeah, okay, we're gonna do polls. Democracy, yeah, people want power to the people, exactly like Vladula says. Yeah, no power for Groot. It's gonna be polls. Yeah, but then everyone has to kind of be on the same, like, be on board with the concept that we vote only for songs, not performances. Let me know. You solemnly swear you will only judge it on the song, not performance, okay? Solemnly swear if you're gonna participate in the polls. Because on Tier Maker, I found a lovely person here, Matteo BRTN, who you can follow on Twitter if you have Twitter, I guess. He's put this one together. I'm not like it's just so I didn't really have to do it. I think it's just wonderful not to have to do it myself for once. So basically we have a category that says 2022 is better or 2023 is better, and then we have B, C, and D for some reason. I guess because you can only, like, I guess because you need 5 categories. I don't know why, but we're not going to put anything in those. We're just going to put, like, if we prefer Albania 22, we'll just put it there, and if we prefer 23, we'll put it in the other one. Not really sure why the German flag is number 2. I guess it's because, like, maybe the guy who put together is French or something, so it's called Allemagne. I'm gonna move it anyway, so they come in order. I think everything else looks alphabetically. Nope. You move. And this one moves. Oh, this is a lot of effort to be done here, and Spain should move, and maybe it's right now. It looks about right. I don't think I'm missing anything. Where's... Oh, okay, like that as well. Okay, so basically 37 countries, I think. I solemnly swear to only vote for songs Groot doesn't like. Good, perfect. We're on board, all of us. That's the perfect strategy. Basically, so we have 37 songs because I assume that that all, like, what's it called? All songs that are participating this year, like all countries who are participating this year also participated last year. I'm kind of bad with keeping up with this, but of course we had more countries last year. We had like North Macedonia and Montenegro, right? And they're not in this year, obviously. Maybe there are more that I've just forgotten. But, oh, Norway after Netherlands. Yeah, okay. Yep, you're right. You're absolutely right. Okay, should we just do it, I guess, because I mean there are 37 songs to discuss, I guess. So let's see. Can I make a poll from my phone, or do I really have to open this every time I'm gonna make a poll? Oh, this is so inconvenient. It's so inconvenient. Oh yeah, Bulgaria. You're absolutely right, Deep. Bulgaria is not either. I guess I have to open the other website every time we make a poll, but we'll do that. We'll simply do that. Basically 37 songs. We're gonna start from Albania, and this is gonna be a test for me as well. Do I remember what songs they sent last year and what songs they sent this year? Groot, what's your favorite flag? Do I have a favorite flag? To be honest, I kind of like the Czech flag. There's just something about the color combination and the fact that there's the triangle here. I just like the way that it looks. I've always had a soft spot for the Czech flag. It's simple, but I think it's really it's just a nice one. I think there are obviously so many great flags, but yeah, I like the Czech one. I like the simplicity of it while also having a bit of character to it. It stands out, I'd say. He likes the Nepali flag. Well, that's up for debate. There are many good flags. I'm not sure what my favorite one is. Okay, should we just start? Because there are so many songs, so it's gonna be a long one. We basically have Albania, first one up. Let's see. Create a poll. Albania, and then we'll do 2022 Secret and 2023 Duje. And we're basically gonna have each voting open for like 2 minutes, I'd say, or so. I'm just gonna close it when I feel okay, yeah, let's just do 2 minutes. I'm actually gonna do it like this. I'm gonna put timer on my phone, 2 minutes every single time. I'm basically posting the poll. Oh, no, I don't want to... I accidentally added another alternative. Stupid. There we go. Let's hope it works. Alright, there we go. Timer starts. Start voting, basically. So yeah, you have time to vote here now. Should I also participate in the vote? I think I probably should, right? How do I vote? I'm not sure if I can vote. Can I? No, I don't think I can. Okay, well, all of you have to decide. I don't think I can vote myself, so yeah. Secret is leading quite massively at the moment, so well, that's something. To everyone who likes Secret, maybe you'll be happy with where we end up placing that one. People are talking a lot about like the flags that they like at the moment in the chat, which is always a nice conversation. Groot likes triangles confirmed, absolutely. I think so. Mozambique flag, yeah, that's a good one. I like Mozambique, their flag. I really like Angola's flag, just because like the black and the red. It's a nice color combination, I think. Maybe after the voting you can tell us if you agree with our pick. Oh, good point. That's a good point. You could talk about your favorites while we vote, but then maybe I'll have an influence. So I'll just talk after, and I'll let all of you vote first. 67 people have voted. So how do we always end up with so many people watching the streams? I don't know. Like this wasn't even a planned stream. I just felt like, okay, we're going live, and then people just join. Estonia is the best flag. I like Estonia. I like. I think black is a really cool color to have in your flag, and it works well with blue and white as well. I've always had a soft spot for Belgium's flag, to be honest. There's just something about the color combination that I'm really fond of. Okay, we got 6 more seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. End the voting. Oh, please don't tell me that the the little jingle is copyrighted. Please don't tell me that it's gonna strike my channel or something. Okay, Albania 2022 won. I'm not sure if I would have personally gone with 2022. In studio cut though, like I think that what 2022 lost out on a lot was basically the studio cut of it, or not the studio, the live performance of it, which I didn't like at all. But I mean, in studio cut, I think it's pretty decent. It has like parts within it that I really kind of like. I think the mainly like the second drop, I guess you'd call it, is really nice. Like it's well produced. It has a great sound to it. Nice energy in it. Vocally throughout, I think it's a bit shouty, but it's you know, it's something that I can get through quite easily and actually enjoy. Duje is also quite cool, but it's not something that really stuck with me. But I think the instrumentation in Duje is maybe a bit more up my alley, and maybe it's a bit more suited to my style. I would have probably gone for Duje myself, but I don't have an issue with going for Secret. Yeah, I think I kind of agree with Kay. Live was a hot mess, but with studio, I think Secret is superior. I'm not sure if I think it's superior, but I definitely see, like from my subjective opinion, I probably just prefer Duje, but Secret has a pretty great studio cut. I would admit, and I would say so myself at least. We went for 2022 here for everyone from everyone who voting. We would not rate the performances, right? So only the song. Exactly, Mary Jane. Exactly. Armenia then, next one up. 2022 and 2023. Let me make sure that I remember. Okay, this is pretty embarrassing because I don't remember what they sent in 2022. Obviously this year it's Future Lover. Wait, how can I forget? Okay, I didn't forget. It's just like it's you never think of it as the Armenian Eurovision song, I'd say. Okay, we have the next question. You judge studio cuts, Snap or Future Lover? I know where my vote would end up, but obviously I can't vote, so well, it is what it is. Oh, I forgot to put the timer. I'm gonna do it right away. There we go. You got 2 minutes. Are we rating songs or performances? Songs only. Songs only. No performances. Songs only. It's pretty even so far. 50 voters and it's a 53-47 lead. Okay, people seem to be yeah, a lot of people just kind of approve of the TikTok hype from Snap. Vote for Snap. Okay, well, people are doing it, so maybe your what's it called? Your promotion is working. Love Future Lover. Yeah, it's probably gonna lose as it's looking right now. Maybe you don't even need 2 minutes. Maybe 1 minute is honestly enough because 70 people have already voted. We're gonna do 1 minute. I'm gonna stop it after 1 minute. Or I'm gonna do it after this one. We're gonna let it be 2 minutes for this one, but then 1 minute for the remaining ones. Seems like I'm 0 out of 2 so far in my votes winning. Yeah, I mean 2022 is going for a 2 out of 2 so far. Let's all upvote the stream, guys. That would be lovely. If you want to give the stream a like, feel free to do so. I'm not sure if it has any impact on anything, but it's always nice to see your like count being somewhat high. Groot, what do you think about Zlatan claiming that Zlatan is still the best even at 41? I mean, it's just Zlatan things. You just grow to love his kind of attitude towards everything. So yeah, I mean, I think it's funny. He knows how to have a good time, really. Paid attention when the actual song started instead of the countdown premiere. Okay, there the two. Oh, whoops, wait. Okay, 2 minutes have passed. I'm closing the vote. Snap won, so we have another 2022 here. I gotta be honest with all of you. I would have gone 2023 every day of the week. I think that's such a great song. Snap is good, but it's kind of middle of the road for me. It's not really that out there. I mean, it's catchy and it's charming and cute, but it doesn't really do anything that really grabs me. I think melodically it's quite one-note-ish. Like some small instrumental inputs in there. I think the piano input after the choruses are really nice. And there's a nice little movement to it as well. But Snap, the first time Snap really clicked for me was when I saw it live, because the live performance was really ambitious. I loved the lighting, I loved the whole prop, and then when she steps out of this little paper house, I think that's a brilliant moment. It's beautifully staged, but Studio Cut never really clicked for me. Future Lover definitely has clicked with me. I think it has a great impact to it, great amount of drama, nicely built, great production, just a lot of great stuff. So I would have gone the opposite way here, but all of you, or well, not all of you, but the majority of you went for 22, so 22 is the one we're going for. We're going to continue with Australia, so let's put the next poll up here. Australia. We have Not the Same. Oh, wait. And we have Promise. Let's see. Not the Same, Promise, Ask My Community, and let's change to 1 minute. There we go. Next voting have started. Snap was really good live, I think, though we aren't judging on lives, of course. Yeah, exactly. Only studio cuts here. Currently we have 100% for Promise after 4 votes. Oh, and then 21 votes. This goes so fast. Like, you vote so fast. It's just instantly. I don't like either Australian entry. Rip. Well, well, I mean that can always happen. There are a few countries here where I don't really like either entry as well, I guess. Landslide. Yeah, this is looking like a landslide, honestly. We have 17 seconds more. There's no way back for Not the Same unless someone rigs the voting. Well, 5 seconds left. We're basically, yeah, Promise is gonna win this. 80 voters on this one. Dismiss. Alright. Promise won that one, so 2023. I'm not like sure what I would have gone for, honestly. I think, like, the thing is that Dreamer would have absolutely been my choice, but this is not Dreamer. Promise is not Dreamer. I don't think Promise really reaches the same heights as Dreamer did. It's not quite there. I think it's also kind of excessively loud for some reason. I don't really get it to that extent. I still think like it's pretty much a banger of a song, you know. It has great guitar riffs. It has a kind of impactful first instant hit to it. It's memorable. It has its own unique style, but I think that I kind of just think less of it because because I rated Dreamer so highly. So maybe that's just my personal issue. But for some reason, I think that Promise is very, very loud, which at some points kind of make me feel like it's a little bit of a letdown, but that could just be me, you know. But it's not a song that I think is overly pleasant to listen to with headphones because it's a lot of sounds, and I think Dreamer sounded much cleaner. But I mean, minor setback, I guess. Not the Same really works for me. I think it's really dramatic and engaging, but I definitely think that the live performance elevates it so much. It's not a song that I would listen to in a studio cut, honestly, regardless of the fact that it's pretty polished and has a great emotional impact to it. Promise great hair, though. I guess that's something. Maybe I would have gone for Promise too in studio cut because I just never seek out to listen to Not the Same. So maybe I would. But yeah, I'm kind of with you, Asudo, here. I'm not really like the thing is though that I like both of these songs. It's just not that I love either of them. Not the Same is too repetitive. Yeah, I can kind of agree with that. I think it builds really nicely though. Austria then, next one up. Let's make sure that I remember what Austria 2022 was. Oh yeah. Oh god. Okay. Well, we'll see which one wins here. This is actually pretty interesting to see what all of you will go for. Halo versus Who the Hell is Edgar, of course. We start the voting there. I'm gonna start the timer. And yeah, get your votes in, basically. Prefer Promise over Dreamer. I wasn't really a fan of Dreamer, actually. That's interesting. That's really interesting. I think Dreamer just has that chorus to it that's so catchy. And I love like the tone of it. And I love also how it like switches into these half-step heavy guitar riffs, really distorted ones that goes in the half-step beat. I think those are just brilliant moments. So hard-hitting. So like grunchy in a way. Okay, so Who the Hell is Edgar is winning this one by a lot. Like Halo has a massive fan base, but apparently that fan base does not really belong on my channel, I guess. So yeah, for studio cut, these are both amazing. Waffle says. I'll say my opinion very soon. Okay, so if we're not judging live performance, I'm going for Halo. It was Pia Maria's live performance that ruined it. Okay, fair point. Okay, there we go. It's already over. Who the Hell is Edgar won this one by a landslide. I would obviously also go for Who the Hell is Edgar. I know a lot of people really like Halo, and I know a lot of people think it sounds brilliant. I think it sounds incredibly flat, if I'm completely honest. But that could just be me. But I think it's a very monotonous song, and the chorus is repeated a million times, basically, which I'm not really a fan of. I was never a fan of Halo. If you want my more thorough thoughts on it, there is a review on my channel. Studio Cut doesn't do it for me either, not at all. So maybe that's that's why Halo did not win this one, because if you're on my channel, maybe you're not the biggest fan of Halo either. Simple as that. Yeah, we'll move on. Azerbaijan is the next one. Yeah, maybe I should say something about Who the Hell is Edgar. I can just say that love it to bits. It's so creatively put together, and I think there's a wonderful flow all the way throughout, which really is what makes it work for me. I think what's the 23 song called? Tell Me More, right? Yeah. But yeah, the Who the Hell is Edgar song just has such a great flow to it all the way throughout. I think the energy is top notch all the way through, but there's also like a great variation between the segments, which I think is really, really nice. So yeah, Azerbaijan, next one. I think both of these are really, really good, but I assume that most people think... Yeah, Waffle says both are criminally underrated in Waffle's opinion, and I absolutely agree. I think both of these are very, very underrated. I think they're great. I think they're really, really great. But I have a favorite of them, and maybe you do too. 65 voters, 2022 is leading a little bit now. Or actually, it's, well, 57%. Maybe it's going to win this one. I remember I was so sad when I watched your review on Halo last year. Well, we can't always agree on everything. Don't get sad though. Never get sad. It's just subjective opinions, you know. Oh my god, I forgot to do the timer. Oh, I'm an idiot, as always. Oh, god. A really tough one, to be fair. Mark Yates says. Quite an easy choice for Gary, apparently. 80 voters. I'm gonna do down to like 20 seconds left here because I forgot to turn it on. So yeah, we have 20 more seconds for voting. Waffle thinks 1 minute is gone. I'll give you 15 more seconds. Unironically, like both these entries more than Drip Drop. Well, yeah, me too. I've never really clicked with Drip Drop, and I really clicked with both of these. So yeah. 3, 2, 1, close the voting. There we go. 2022 won this one, and I would have gone for the same. I really like Fade to Black. I think, unfortunately, Fade to Black is really slow. It never really gets going, and once it does, the song is kind of over, which is the most annoying thing in the world, because the thing about Fade to Black is that it sounds incredible. Like, the production quality of it is immense. The instrumentation of it is insanely great, and the vocal performance is also very, very strong. The thing is that the song takes forever to get going, and when the song really kicks in, like the energy picks up towards the end, there's basically only like 15 seconds left of the song, and then it's over pretty much, which is very, very unfortunate. I would have wished for them to restructure the song a little bit. Andy says 2022 was just a guy shouting nonsense. No, because you need to listen to the music as well. The instrumental is absolutely nothing like that. If you're not clicking with the vocals of the song, that's completely fine. But the song has more than just a guy shouting nonsense, because the instrumental is packed with a lot of substance, I'd say. Very intriguing instrumentation and wonderful production quality on it. I think it's really strong. I also really like 2023, but as a studio cut, it does not match up to Fade to Black, in my opinion, regardless of how charming it is. We're gonna move on to Belgium. Let's see, Belgium. Obviously, last year we had Miss You, and this year we have Because of You. A lot of you from Belgium. I have a very clear favorite between these two, but let's see if you also do out in the chat. Okay, so the first vote goes to 2023. Closing it up a little bit here. Fade to Black has nothing for me to cling to, though. Bit boring in my opinion. Yeah, that's absolute. Like, that's completely reasonable. It's a slow song. It's a bit too slow in my opinion, but yeah. Okay, Because of You is gonna win this one. interesting. Har du inte hört årets låt ännu? Well, then I guess you should get to it, Linnea. Not the biggest fan of either. $86 voters. We're getting more people into the stream. Which is always nice. We're closing up on 1 minute here. And, well... Alright. So apparently, because of you, won this one. The less I say, the better about this one. If you've been on my channel for a while, you know what I think of Miss You. I think it's honestly impeccable songwriting, but each to their own. You all like Because of You. Happy for you. Can you even choose? They're both bad. Okay. Well, fair enough. 2023 won that one. So yeah, we're moving on. Let's move on. Croatia is the next one. Obviously last year was... Well, this will be very interesting. Because last year was obviously Guilty Pleasure. A song that maybe not too many people paid too much attention to. And this year they have way too much attention on them, I guess. So Croatia's going to be an interesting one. Let's do the voting. And let's start the timer. Okay, so split for the first two voters there. Mama's Ch is kind of running away with this one. Alright. Oh, no, it switched really fast. 50-50. And now Guilty Pleasure is in the lead. Well, this is an interesting one. Very interesting. Yeah, it's like, because basically it all comes down to what you think of Mama's Ch. Because if you like it, then you will obviously vote for it. But if you don't like Mama's Ch, you will just vote for anything that isn't Mama's Ch, I guess. So yeah, it's very close. We have 15 more seconds, so let's see which one ends up winning here. Yeah, exactly. What Gary says is kind of the thing that I'm feeling like people will vote like. I don't particularly care for 2022, but I hate Mama's Ch with passion, so yeah. Yeah, Guilty Pleasure won that one. I'm gonna close it there. So we have another song for 2022. I would have probably gone for the same. Just like, I don't really think that Guilty Pleasure had a lot going for it, but Mama's Ch is just songwriting wise, as a studio cut, I would rather listen to a Broken Lawnmower than listen to that song. So yeah, I mean, the performance does something for Mama's Ch and makes it, you know, funny, but or well, not funny, but you know, it makes it into a thing. Just listening to it as a studio cut, I don't get anything out of that. I kind of feel like I'm losing a lot of myself listening to it. So there's that. We're gonna move on. I would have gone for 2022 as well, but it's not like that says a lot, in all honesty. We're moving on to Cyprus. Which 2022 had Ella. Remember, these are studio cuts now. We have what's called Break a Broken Heart. I hope I get the titles correctly. You know what song I'm meaning, so yeah. Break a Broken Heart, I think it's called, or Break My Broke... I don't know. Vote for Cyprus. We start the timer. Andromeda Nation Rise. Okay, well, we'll see. Studio cuts, guys. Had to point that out, I guess. 40 seconds left. Studio cut of Ella was great, live not so much. Yeah, I will try to forget that live performance and go for Ella. Yeah, like as I said, we're judging studio cuts here, not the live performances, because Break My Broken Heart obviously doesn't have a live performance. So yeah. As a Greek, I hate songs like that, but Ella's studio version is great. I'd consider it a guilty pleasure of mine. Wouldn't call it a guilty pleasure, would you? I mean, I get that songs like that are popular in Greece, but I think, like, I've listened to a lot of Greek music in my days. I've watched my fair share of Mad TV, and basically, I think it's better than majority of the songs that are on there. Ella won this one, so we're gonna put Ella into or Cypress into the 2022 here. I would have absolutely gone for Ella as well. While I like Break a Broken Heart, I think it has a great chorus. I think it's very memorable. Great drive and impact in it, but there's just something about the vibe that I get from Ella which makes it so pleasant to listen to. It's probably like my favorite Cypriot entry for maybe like a decade or something like that. Like just the song is absolute. Like I didn't really like the live performance either, as all of you said, but like song listening experience, I don't think there are many songs from Cyprus that I've listened to as much as Ella. So yeah, I agree, Linnea. Nothing like a guilty pleasure. You like what you like, nothing to be ashamed of. I agree completely. We're gonna move on to Czechia. I would have also voted for 2022 if I didn't say that. Czechia, so obviously in 2022 we had Lights Off, and in 2023 we have My Sister's Crown. Over Fuego, really? Yes, a studio cut, absolutely. Fuego sounds like everything that Swedish producers put together as a studio cut. It's Eleni's performance that makes it into something else. There we go, Czechia, and we're starting the countdown there. Cyprus will never be able to top Evridiki 1992 for me. I actually prefer Evridiki 1994. Anthropokego, right? It's called something like that. Like that has such a hypnotic melody to it that I really, really like. So yeah, Lights Off, My Sister's Crown. This one is very close. 82 voters, and we're 51-49 here. This is tough. Love both of the Czech songs. Check your rules. And here I would come with my really controversial opinion and say that I prefer Umaga over both of them. If I would have included 2021, I would have been the only one to vote for Benny Cristo, I'm sure. It looks like My Sister's Crown is going to take this one. We have 10 seconds left, so yeah. Anthropos Kyoko is incredible, my favorite Cyprus entry as well. Yeah, it's definitely up there. Mine would probably be Manamu though. That's my favorite Cypriot entry. Omega, what, why? Yeah, because the studio cut, the production quality is out of this world. It sounds incredible. My Sister's Crown won this one, right? Yeah, 54% of the vote. So yeah, My Sister's Crown won this one. 2023 getting another one. I mean, I would have gone for My Sister's Crown too. I'd say, yeah, okay, love some appreciation for the Omega here. Like, obviously the studio or the live performance was not good, but the studio cut, like if you haven't given the studio cut of Omega a go, then you're doing yourself a disservice, because it sounds polished beyond words, and it's really catchy, has a great instrumental to it, lovely bounce to it. Kemama is like equally great as well, I'd say. Regardless, or maybe not, but yeah, you get what I mean. My Sister's Crown won this one. I'm gonna agree with that. I like Lights Off. I think it has a great sound to it. I think it sounds like the production really pops on it. But My Sister's Crown just has this kind of epic listening experience to it. Linnea, när ändrade Tjeckien sitt namn i Eurovision till Czechia? This year, i år, in like maybe February or something. Okay. Let's move on. We're going for Denmark, next one up. Let's see. Denmark. Oh, this is a tragic one, isn't it? Oh, God. Okay. I won't blame you if you're not voting for this one, because it's just impossible to choose. But yeah, do your best. We're gonna see where you end up voting. Okay, so we're tied at the moment. The show and Breaking My Heart is a mid-off. Well, beyond words, for sure. Vote for Riley. The propaganda seems to work, DN. 53% at the moment. At least 2022 doesn't make me cringe. Remember, we're judging studio cuts here. So the fact that Riley's heavily relying on auto-tune is not something you should take into consideration. Oops, I misclicked. Well, there could be worse decisions to misclick on. This one doesn't really matter, does it? Talk of a battle of the beige. Vote for higher ground. Oh, I should have added an extra alternative. Just add higher ground in here. See how many points that or votes that would have got. Okay, 1 minute has passed, so we're closing it. Breaking My Heart won this one. I'd probably vote for the show, to be honest, but I couldn't care less, if I'm honest. But the show has some pretty great drumming, so that's one thing that I like from one of the songs. And that's about it, so. I think you can change your vote before the poll is closed, by the way. Maybe that's possible, I don't know, but now it is closed. Alright, well, Breaking My Heart won that one. Currently it's tied 5-5, so we're moving on to Estonia. Let's see. Estonia is an interesting one. I think they have 2 good songs here. I absolutely have a favorite among them, but we'll see what all of you prefer. So we'll add that one into the mix here. Tell me what you prefer. Oh, a big lead. Big. Okay, it's close. It's a pretty big lead. Pretty big lead. Remember, studio cuts. Nothing about the live performances in here. Because it takes 10 minutes to type Czech Republic instead of Czechia, probably. Maybe that's due to the. Maybe that's the reason for the name change. Who knows? Yeah, I think Hope has this one. 89 voters. 89 voters. How many people are in the stream? 96. Wow. 96 people decided to check out the stream. That's just spontaneously been thrown together tonight. This is the opposite of Denmark. Both are good songs. Yeah, I'd kind of agree on that one. Bridges is really, really good, but Eurofans overlook it because their generic rock didn't win. Calling Venom generic rock is an issue. Because we don't have songs like it in Eurovision, you know. But I get your point. I mean, the rock song that everyone wanted to win didn't win, and then people overlook Bridges. I completely agree with that. Or, well, I see your point. But there's no need to call a song generic just because you don't like it, I think. Hope won this one by, like, it got 71%, so basically, yeah. I would have gone for Hope too. I think it has great energy to it. I like the whole style of it. I think it stands out. I think guitar-driven songs are always, you know, they always kind of work in favor for me, but yeah, it has a lot of ideas in there that I really like. I think the whistling are nice ideas, and there's a nice, like, closure to the song as well with, like, the chanting and everything. So yeah. Venom is very generic. Monsters on top. I feel like the word generic is heavily overused, but sure. You think the way you think. Would absolutely not call Venom generic, but you do you, and I'll do me. Finland, next one. I think... wait, what was Finland last year? Oh, yeah. Okay, this is a no-brainer, come on. This can't be... this can't be close. I get that the Erasmus have their fans, but surely, I don't even need to put 1 minute for this one, right? Finland. Yeah, 94% sounds about right. Didn't mean generic as an insult, but I take your point. I just feel like all Eurovision rock is sometimes overappreciated just because there isn't much of it. I get that. I can kind of see that, but then you also have, or I guess that's kind of been a while, but like you think like back to, what was it, 2017 when Montenegro sent a rock song that didn't really leave much of an impression and no one basically liked it. So but I see your point as well, and I think it kind of just really applies to Jezebel as well, which I think is a pretty underwhelming song, regardless of the fact that a lot of people seem to like it in the chat now. Maybe I should choose my words more carefully. But yeah, Cha 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 is winning this one. 98 voters and it got 83%, so yeah. Complete no-brainer for me. I think just the creativity of it, the explosiveness, the finale of the song when they tie everything together, I think it's just brilliant. yeah, it's I've said so many things about Cha 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 during the time I've had this channel, so yeah, I don't think I need to say any more. France, next one. I know what I would go for in this one. Let me just write in this here. Oh, I don't know how to spell évidemment, but yeah, ignore the spelling. Just, you know what song I'm talking about, so yeah. Go vote. France is tough. I don't think France is tough. I think this is a... I mean, they're both good, but one of them is my favorite from the from its year, so wouldn't be difficult for me this one. Remember, we're judging studio cuts here. We don't have a live performance for Évidemment yet, so we can't really compare that. Oh, I did spell it right. There's something like, I'm sure there's an apostrophe somewhere though that I missed, right? Surely. Know which song Groot prefers? Yeah, I think everyone does. So yeah, did not expect Fulham to win this. Voted for it though. I expected Fulham to win this one. I mean, people like it. People like it. It's a big favorite, and when you have when you don't take the live performance into account, most people can kind of just agree that it was pretty cool. So yeah, Fulham won this one. I would absolutely go for Fulham as well. Absolutely think like it's one of the most well-produced songs I've heard in Eurovision, if not the most well-produced song I've heard in Eurovision. Actually, sounds impeccable. Évidemment is good as too, but like the production quality of Fulham is just something else, I think. Georgia, obviously we have Circus Mircus from last year. And then I think the song this year is called Echo. I think. Yeah. Doing Georgia. We're doing Georgia. Next up. Fulham was your winner, mine too. Yeah, like before the show. Before the show it was. Okay, Georgia. Circus Mircus. Yeah, Echo's leading. 67 voters, 70 voters. Yeah, I think Echo's taking this one. Like neither. I think, I mean, Echo isn't really up my alley either, to be honest, but yeah. Georgia is kind of, for some reason I don't really care, like, or click with the Georgian songs that often. It's been a while since I really liked them. Saying Fulham was your winner before the show kind of sounds like the song the show overtook Fulham as your winner spot. Oh, you figured it out. Of course that's the case, right? Okay, Echo is winning this one. I know that Lock Me In has a pretty large amount of fans, but yeah, Echo ended up beating it here. I think more people really love Lock Me In than people really love Echo. But then like everyone who kind of... There's a lot of people who think Echo is like good, and then there's a lot of people who think Lock Me In is not good. So I think that's kind of why it won. I would absolutely have gone for Echo too. I think Lock Me In is... it's kind of incohesive, I'd say. And I think the verses are absolutely horrid. Like, just as a listening experience, like if you factor out the live performance and everything about the presentation, just the listening experience, I think the verses are horrid in Lock Me In. It's a catchy chorus, but it's also quite repetitive, I'd say. And, well, Echo, it's loud. It's a bit messy production-wise, but it's still, like, more melodically engaging for me. What was the last Georgian song you like? I can't really, like, bring myself to remember one. I thought Take Me As I Am was pretty okay. It's not something that I'd really like consider to be among my favorites from that year, but it was okay. Can't really remember what they've sent, if I'm honest. Midnight Gold was good though, so yeah, maybe Midnight Gold. 2018 was decent as well. Yeah, I'd say. Okay, Germany, next one. Germany. So what did Germany send last year? I Don't Feel Hate wasn't last year. What was last year? Help me out while I'm writing the other one. Well, Visionary Dream was incredible. Yeah, obviously, Visionary Dream is their best, but that was in 2007, so... And 2011 is really, really good as well. Oh yeah, Malik Harris. Yeah, that's right. Rock Stars. That was last year. Rock Stars, Blood and Glitter, vote now. We're starting the countdown. What do you think about Echo's chances? I mean, they could be good chances. All comes down to the live performance. As a studio cut, I'm not overly impressed, but could absolutely work if you pull it off live, I'd say. Alright, so Blood and Glitter is currently in a pretty hefty lead. Some people really love Rockstars, which is always nice to see. I don't have an issue with it. I just never really remember it. I'm not really like clicking with Blood and Glitter either, but yeah. Blood and Glitter is Schlager metal. Oh. We still have 8 more seconds, but I think this one's over as well. 4, 3, 2, 1. Yeah, we're ending the voting there. 2023 won that one. I'd probably go for 2023 too, just because I remember it more. I guess. You forgetting what Germany sent last year pretty much sums it up. Yeah, like the thing is that I kind of like it, but at the same time I feel like it's not quite authentic enough. I don't think the instrumentation is very palpable. It feels like it could have been much more. It feels like it could have been more raw, I'd say. But yeah, we're moving on. Greece. It like this one, it has to be a 100% to 0, right? Like you can't tell me. Okay, I'm not gonna try and influence anyone. You vote for whatever you want to vote, but this is the easiest one in the history of every voting that I've ever seen. Ever. Greece is a no-brainer, surely. So far it's 100%. Okay, some people are actually... Okay. Alipan says weak performer. I hope that it's not regarding the voting here, because we're not judging performances, you know? But maybe it's regarding Malik, I don't know. The fact that What They Say has 11% here is kind of interesting to me. Voted for What They Say because we were supposed to vote for songs Groot doesn't like. Oh yeah, I forgot, of course. Sorry, that makes sense then. The 11% all of a sudden makes sense. Damn the shade to Victor. There's no, like, it's not a shade to Victor, it's just that Die Together is one of the most well-arranged songs ever. In Eurovision, that is. I think it, like, that final chorus in Die Together is just to die for. See what I did there, Die Together won 89%, yeah. It's a complete no-brainer. Obviously, I don't like What They Say. I think it sounds awful, but... regardless of the song from 2023, Die Together is just one of the best studio cuts in recent years. Yeah, we're moving on. Not a lot has to be said about that one. We're going to Iceland, and now I kind of... The song title last year... Okay, I'll write the song title this year, and please help me out with what the song was called last year. Please just write it in the chat. Please tell me what it was called. It's like Med and then something Soul. Okay, Vlad wrote Med Hakandi Soul. Yeah, okay, this gonna have to do. I'm not putting in the Icelandic letters. There we go. Iceland voting up now, starting the countdown there. Iceland is tricky for me. I think both songs are low-key underrated. I think both of them are good. I think both of them are good. It's a more tricky choice than Grease was, for sure. Remember that it's only studio cuts now. Don't take the live performances into account, please. If you'd like to do me that favor. Both are mid, both in my top 10. Okay? The Three Girls with Guitars. Should I have just written that instead of Med Häcken die Sol? No. Iceland 2022 sounds like a FIFA song. Not really. It's a very laid-back FIFA song in that case. If you vote for Power, you should have been here in the voting live so it didn't end up with 99 points. Yeah, that's a fair point. That's a fair point. We'll never get over that, I'd say. 105 votes, wow. Okay, there we go. Stop, shut up. Okay, 70% for the 2022 effort, so we're going with that one. I think as a studio cut, I'd probably prefer Power. But Med Häcken die Sol, like, if you're in the right mood for it, it's perfect. But I very rarely seek out that one. And Power is just one of those songs that if it comes on shuffle on my Spotify, I wouldn't skip it. You know, I'll listen to it. And I'd get the energy from it and everything. So I would have probably gone for Power, but I don't mind this choice at all. Ireland, next one up. What's going on? Oh, I didn't close the voting. Oh, whoops. Whoopsie. Okay, we're making the next one. Ireland, I know what's gonna win here, and I know that I'm not gonna agree with it, but it's fine. It's fine. No, I honestly mean it. Iceland 2020. Oh, 2023. Yeah, but you said 2022 before, didn't you? Yeah, you said Iceland 2022 sounds like a FIFA song. Yeah, 23 sounds. Yeah, 23 could fit on a FIFA soundtrack for sure. Okay, yeah. Ireland, next one up. That's Rich or We Are One. Yeah, I mean, we all know what's gonna win here. I can already move it, right? Yeah, I'm gonna move it. I'm gonna move it already. We know it. 91 votes. Where is the neither option? Yeah. Yeah. Alright, we're closing the voting. But yeah. If you've been on my channel before, you know what I think of both songs, I'd say. I'm not really a massive fan of either. I don't think We Are One is that great, but it kind of has the sound, I think, that kind of appeals to me. I think it has this uplifting tone to it that's quite nice. I think That's Rich is just overly loud. And to the point where I think that it's kind of annoying to listen to. But, you know, that's a subjective thing. But yeah, I honestly think it's really annoying to listen to it, which is... It's kind of like a nuisance to me, but I know a lot of people like it, so... We put it in. We put it in. You don't have to worry. Israel... it's obviously Unicorn this year. Oh yeah, it's I Am from last year. Oh, I know what I would vote for in this one. I know that it's not going to win this community vote either, but yeah, that's always something. Remember, studio cuts is what we're going for. If any country has lost their way in Eurovision, sadly it's Ireland. Well, yeah. Absolutely. Unicorns winning this one, yeah. Not surprised in the slightest. I kind of just assume, like, how much does that come down to the fact that people don't like the performer of I Am? Because that's kind of what I'm feeling. Because I think loud versus louder. This may be least favorite pair of entries. Okay, well, yeah. Another mid-off. I gotta be honest with all of you. I think I Am has I think that one has a lot of charm. Like the studio cut of it is just so catchy and memorable, and I think it has a great drop to it. Honestly, taking away live performance and artist behavior, I have to say I Am is more cohesive to me. Yeah, yeah, I'd agree. But yeah, I Am is annoying. Yeah, I can see why people think that as well. We're closing. Unicorn won by an absolute landslide. So yeah, I would have gone for I Am every day of the week. Are we coming to Lettland now? No, we're going to Latvia soon. Italy first. We obviously have let's see. We obviously have Brividi. Remember, it's not live performances. Remember, it's not live performances. Brividi or Due Vite. Let's go. This one's obvious, really? I think this one's pretty tricky, if I'm honest. Kind of like neither. Well, Italy's pretty easy because I cannot unhear the live performance of Brividi. You're not supposed to take the live performance into consideration. If you can't ignore the live performance, then don't vote. Simple. Yeah, like you gotta try to ignore it because we're judging the songs here. We're judging the songs. Won't vote in Italy. Don't like both. Yeah, okay, that's fair. Cenere. Should I add Cenere as an option? Studio cut of Brividi is absolutely beautiful. I agree. Groot, do you like Giovanni Truppi from Sanremo 2022? Giovanni Truppi. I don't remember that. Like I watched Sanremo 2022, but I don't remember that name. Can we just vote Fai Rumore instead? Yeah, for sure. Okay, Brividi won this one. So yeah, I didn't actually expect that. I thought more people would just be so, kind of taken out of it. Like Brividi's gotten a lot of hate because, what's it called? Because of the live performances and a lot, and people thought it was really overrated and whatnot. But yeah, it still ended up winning here. Stan and Mad Groot with a Streamy Award for Best Actor in a Drama there. Oh yeah. Okay, we're moving on to Latvia. Brividi won. I would have voted for Brividi too. Absolutely. How did Brividi get 58 and Due Vite 40? Because the polls are kind of lagging out a little bit. It's just the way it is. But I mean, there was still like a gap between them, so it's not an issue. Latvia, obviously, Eat Your Salad from last year, 2022, and Aya, 2023. We kind of know that this channel has a bit of an appreciation for Aya, but let's see if they also have an appreciation for Eat Your Salad. We'll see what we end up picking for Latvia here. Watched Made in Italy live, good but not amazing. I think it's amazing. I just love like the incorporation of the backing vocalist standing like this. Made in Italy. Made in Italy. So nice. I like that a lot. 80% for Aya from 84 votes. Do we even need to do the full 1 minute here? I feel like this community disproportionately likes both of these entries, to be fair. Yeah, I mean, I like Eat Your Salad a lot, honestly. Even in studio cut, like the live performance elevated it a lot, but the studio cut is still good. It's just that Aya is probably my favorite song this year, I'd say. Aya is winning this. I'll close the poll. 76%. Eat your carrots. Yeah. Yeah, but Aya won that one. We're moving on to Lithuania. I would obviously also go for Aya. Massive margin to most songs, if I'm honest. Lithuania, let's see. Last year they had, what's it called? Sentimentai. And this year, Stay. I have a feeling I know what's going to win here as well. Honest to God, Aya might be at least my third favorite ESC song of all time. It's switching between that, Cha-Cha-Cha, and AWS. So 2 of your 3 favorite songs of all time are from this year. That's a pretty interesting take, honestly. The math is not mathing. Yeah, it's never mathing. Too many voters. There are so many people who wanted to participate in the voting. Just love the fact that I put on a spontaneous stream, no preparation, no announcements before it, and still over 100 people just decided like, yeah, this is what I want to spend my Friday night doing. It's just proper insanity, honestly. Or maybe it's not Friday night for everyone, but you know, for many of us, I'd say it is. Sentimentai winning this one, I would have voted for it too, obviously. So yeah, we're moving it in here. 2022 in kind of a lead at the moment still. We're moving on to Malta. Put Sentimentai in my all-time ESC top 50 with no hesitation. I would never be able to make a top 50. That would be so difficult. Like, I have such a hard time comparing songs from like the 70s to modern day. It's just, I can't do it. It doesn't work for me. Let's see. Malta was the Emma Muscat song. Was that last year? Help me out. Confirm that for me while I write dance here for 2023. I think, but what was the song called? The Way I Am? I Am What I Am. That's what it's called. I Am What I Am. Thank you, Vlad. You're my go-to guy for this, for the song titles. I Am What I Am or Dance for Malta here. Okay, Dance with 79%. I'm going to pretend Malta 2022 was out of sight. Well, you can pretend to do that, but in the voting here, we go for I Am What I Am. Remember, it's studio cuts, if that makes you change your mind on these two. It wouldn't change my mind on it, but yeah. Caro performed Lovin' That Man on Strictly I Hate What? I understand nothing. I understand nothing, Cat, but okay. Just realized I've had Malta last twice in a row. Wow. You really have Dance last. I mean, okay. Alright, well, Dance is winning this one, 78%, so yeah. 2023, moving it into here. If people here vote for Chanel instead of Blanca Paloma, I may or may not consider the chat a bit tasteless. Well, I know what I would vote for in that one. We're moving on to Moldova. Remember now, Moldova, studio cuts. Studio cuts. I don't know how to spell to Trenuletul or something. Yeah, it's gonna say that. If it's misspelled, then that's just the way it is. Soarele Shiluna. That one I think I can spell without all the accents on the S's, of course. But yeah, studio cuts, remember that. We're asking the community now. Vote, get your votes in. Let's see where this voting ends up. Soarele Shiluna with a massive lead, honestly. 61 voters, 66. Oh, Trenuletul is getting a bit closer, but I can appreciate both, but neither are my cup of tea. Yeah, I can understand that. I can understand that. Trenuletul is better, even in studio version, though I really like this year's entry. I remember, like, before the show last year, everyone just kind of hated Trenuletul, but I guess everyone except you, Jere. Yeah, I think we can kind of see which one is winning this one. Too much of a landslide against second place in the televote last year. Huh? I don't remember. Okay, yeah. Soarele Shiluna wins this one. I'm gonna close it. Moldova. So we got 2023. It's a tie again. We're back up to a tie here. And the Netherlands is the next one. Live 2022, Studio 2023. You can't really compare it because Soarele Shiluna hasn't been performed at Eurovision. You can't take a performance from the Moldovan national final and compare it to a performance from the actual Eurovision. I think that's a very unfair judgment, I'd say. What if Soarele Shiluna has the best stage performance of all time in Eurovision? Then we'd look silly, wouldn't we? What country? It was the Netherlands. Yeah. So we got the Deepte. Groot, who do you think is going to be the Trenulettul of this year? Not every year needs to be a Trenulettul, you know. not every year has one, you know. But I'm not sure. I'm not sure if we have one. I could have definitely gone for like Malta, but I'm very much doubting it. I'm very much doubting that they're even gonna get out of the semi. So Netherlands, the Diepte, Burning Daylight, Ask Your Community. Here we go. Studio cuts. Remember studio cuts. What is a Trentetul? I think it's a train. I think it means train or something like that. The Diepte has 92% of the votes. Really? 92%? This is more than Die Together got from Greece over what they say. 92%? Okay. Very harsh on Burning Daylight to be considered worse than what they say, I guess, but okay. Groot, your pronunciation of Swaralishi Luna is pretty good. Well, thank you. I've listened to the song a lot. Maybe that helps. This is really sad to see, honestly. I'm closing it. The Deepte wins with massive margin. I mean, I prefer Burning Daylight, but I guess I shouldn't be... I shouldn't say that out loud, I guess. But okay. We're moving on. Norway. What was Norway last year? Was it Subwoolfer last year? That was last year, wasn't it? Give that wolf a banana. And this year we obviously have, what's it called? Queen of Kings. Alright. Start voting now. Queen of Kings currently in the lead. 46 voters. Pretty big lead, honestly. I thought more people liked Give That Wolf a Banana. But yeah, remember, it's studio cuts only. Studio cuts only. If these damn wolves win. I don't think they will. It's looking pretty solid for Queen of Kings here. Queen of Kings is just like the perfect earworm, I think. I think it's like so catchy. It doesn't have any reason to be that catchy, but it's, you know, it just is. Really curious to see the Sweden vote. Yeah, that's a good one. I'm really curious to see the Sweden vote as well. We'll get there. Okay, we got over 100 votes. I'm closing it now. Queen of Kings won this one. We're going 2023. Still, well, we're back to a tie again. We're continuing to Poland. I would obviously also go for Queen of Kings. Queen of Kings is good, but it's very sea shanty. I mean, it's part of that style. I think it just kind of works in that style. Queen of Kings is one of the most overrated songs of the year. I'd be shocked if they somehow wouldn't qualify, even though I myself am thinking it's really hollow and empty. I think Queen of Kings is just too catchy. It just has that great like energy to it, great drive to it. Production quality is like this deep brewing bass all the time. I think it's just really addictive. Well, yeah, it was Poland. Let's see. We got 2022. What was the ride 2020? Oh no, it was River. Oh my god. Okay. River or Solo? Let's see. Let's see. River or Solo? No, Gladiator's not in the vote, Alipan. I'm sorry. You gotta pick between River and Solo. I should have added like Booty as an option to this one as well. See how many points it would have got. It would have probably beaten Solo if I'm honest. Yeah, I mean, do we even need to? Yeah, if this has a smaller lead than the Deepte, it has. I mean, Solo has got almost 20%, but to its defense, I think in a studio cut, Solo isn't bad. You know, it sounds polished. It's pretty catchy. I don't think there's an issue with the solo, with the studio cut of it. I don't think it's that great, but there's not. I don't have an issue with it. Obviously, I prefer River. I think River's great, but I think solo. I mean, the live performance of it is obviously horrendous, but as a studio cut, it's not that bad. Not that bad, I'd say. Alright. In studio it isn't bad, just uninteresting. Yeah, I'd agree with that. I'd agree with that, Dion. Completely. Still basic as fuck as a studio cut. Yeah. Make an extra poll with Beba versus Booty. No, I'm not gonna do that. Okay, River won this one. We don't have to dwell on it. I would vote River too, obviously. We're continuing with Portugal. So we have Saudade from 2022, and then we have Ai Curaçao. I forgot to do the accent now. We'll just you vote. You know. Ai Curaçao or Saudade. Portugal. Let's see where these votes end up. I have a feeling I know which one's gonna win this one. Yeah, it's kind of looking the way I expected. I think Ai Curaçao is really, really great though. But I mean, Saudade is also obviously really, really great. Portugal has improved so much since Amapelos Dois, it's crazy. Yeah, I mean, every single entry after that. Or well, bar one. Yeah, they've improved a lot. Absolutely, I agree with you. Easy choice, yeah. Opening chords to Saudade is simply amazing. It's a nice, very intriguing sound to it. The instrumentation's great. No time for this year's Portugal song? What do you mean, no time? What's the one? You know what the one is. If you've been on my channel before, you know what the one is. We got 100 votes. I'm closing it. Saudade won this one. As expected, I'd say. We don't talk about Medodescentia in this household. Why not? It's really, really good. Really, really good. Romania. Next one. Romania. I'll not do the accents for Yamame either. And I won't write the on and off part for DGT. We're just gonna do it like this. Get your votes in now. And unless I didn't say it, I would have voted for Saudade as well. I think it's really pretty. And I love the harmonies in it. But like the live... But yeah, again, that's the live performance, you know. The live performance of Ai Curaçao is really fantastic. But as a studio cut, I'd absolutely prefer listening to Saudade every day of the week. Yamame or DGT studio cuts, remember? Yamama has a big lead here. Yamama was such a grower last year. Like, I loved it from the first time I heard it. You can go back and watch my review, like my first view of the song. I loved it from the first time. So catchy, so memorable, great energy to it. While also being like really chill, laid back, really just pleasant to listen to. Very calm mood while also having energy in it. And a really catchy chorus. I also really like the instrumental of it. I'm kind of just talking it up here because I already see that it won, so we're going 2022 again. Seems like 2022 is taking the overall voting here. Telemovies is an all-timer though, Groot. All-timer of what? We're closing the voting. We're going to San Marino. Obviously San Marino had Stripper, and now they have Like an Animal. Remember, studio cuts? Oh, this is a tricky... Like an Animal doesn't really have a studio cut, does it? Just try and judge the songs on their own. You'll do that, please, if you can. We're posting the San Marino vote. Just imagine if they could have gone for Fiori su Marte here in this one. Or is it called like that? Fiori su Marte, right? Love that song to bits, honestly. But no, of course they didn't go for it. Stripper seems to be winning this one. San Marino I'm not voting for. They're both just terrible. Wow. This one's funny because we don't even have a studio cut. Yeah, exactly. That's kind of... yeah. Won't vote for this one. Yeah, I mean, you don't have to vote for this one. I think Stripper is winning this one too, though. Would have been interesting if Adrenaline would have been in this one, or Adrenalina it's called, right? I think that one would have got almost 100% of the votes. Or, well, you never know. I thought that Die Together would get 100 and it didn't even get 90. But yeah, Stripper is winning this one, I can see that. Actually like both. Well, that's nice. Someone's got to do that. Okay, so it's been 1 minute. I'm closing. Sad thing is San Marino actually has some great picks in UVPSM this year. I agree. There were good songs in there. Serbia, this is going to be a tricky one, right? I have a feeling I know what all of you will go for, but Incorpore Sano and Samo mi se spava. I have a feeling I know what all of you will go for. Remember, it's studio cuts that we judge here. Yeah, tell me what you're gonna go for. For San Marino, if I'm honest, I can't really pick between them either. I think I would probably go for like an Animal, if I'm honest. I just kind of think like Stripper is so repetitive and monotonous that it kind of just makes me annoyed. The live performance absolutely elevated it. No, I'm not voting Linnea. I don't know how I can. This is just like the voting is only for viewers, and I have no idea how I'd vote in it as well. Yeah, this is a tough one. Samo mi se spava is actually leading. I didn't expect that. I really thought Incorpore Sano was gonna take this one. Huh. Is it because of the studio cut? Like Incorpore Sano was elevated by the live performance? Is that why? I really expected Incorpore Sano to win this one. It's such a popular song, you know? But yeah, Samo mi se spava is like this, like the auditory experience of it is just fantastic. We got 1 minute. I'm closing, but this one's, you see, this one is close. 51%, 48. Everyone should be allowed to vote. Yeah, well, not the host. Samo mi se spava actually won that. I did not expect that. I would have voted for Samo mi se spava too, but yeah. Now comes a bit of a tough one, but it would be really easy for me, regardless of how much I love the other one as well. But yeah, Slovenia. Slovenia is like turning into the Eurovision powerhouse for me these days, I'd say. But yeah, Disco or Carpe Diem? Remember, studio cuts. Studio cuts. Oh, Carpe Diem has a lot of points. Disco with... Okay, Disco up on 12% now. Okay. It was like 3% for a massive amount of time there. Forever will fight for LPS. Well, your fight will probably be in vain. I mean, I love Disco. But Carpe Diem is... It's just like the most addictive song ever. Or not ever. I'm exaggerating. It's late at night. I'm just exaggerating about everything. But it's such a great banger of a song, honestly. Great hook, wonderful instrumental, has that nostalgic touch to it, also while incorporating the its own language, you know, while also just having such a memorable tone to it. And then chord intervals out of this world as well, like Disco has as well, of course. Okay, Carpe Diem won that one. Nice to see. 2023 is kind of catching up. We still have 5 songs to go. Spain is the next one. So obviously Spain, remember, we're going studio cuts. Slow. Is it one word? It's gonna be one word here. And then Ea. Don't forget to add the years. There we go. As if you all don't know the years that they participated in. Alright, Spain. Disco was robbed, yeah, obviously. It got... I mean, as we found out in a Sporkle quiz way back last year, Disco is the worst result Slovenia has ever gotten. You can all let that sink in while you vote for the Spanish songs here. Studio cuts. Spain Studio 23, Live 22. Yeah, okay, well, you're judging the studio here. Can't vote for either Spain song. Why not? You don't like either, or what's the reason? AI is all live performance. It's not a song I'm listening to without it. Yeah, but the that's kind of like the thing for slow mo as well. But I'm yeah, 1 minute has passed. I would have gone for slow mo. I get much more enjoyment out of listening to that one. I've never clicked with AI. Simple as that. And that's, I mean, we can't all click with it. I know a lot of people really like it, but yeah, AIA won. Why did I move it into 22? I don't know. Yeah, AIA won here in this vote. So yeah, we're moving on. We're moving on. Sweden. This is actually like one that I'm super interested to find out what we're going for. Hold Me Closer or Tattoo. Like, yeah. Let's see what we end up going for here. Studio cuts, remember? Studio cuts. Studio cuts. This is one of those, like, you can kind of sit and just stare at it and, like, what am I gonna choose? But, yeah, this one's very hard, as Thomas says. Yeah, I agree. Hold Me Closer is actually winning it by quite a large margin. 73%. Wow. I did not expect that. Did not expect that at all. Tattoo's not getting the love here. I mean, I would agree. I think Hold Me Closer is like, I love Tattoo. I think it's perfect. But Hold Me Closer just hits me on an emotional level. I said, like, back in 2022 when I first heard all of the songs, even the first minute I heard of it, I felt like this song is going to be something special. And when you saw the whole performance for the first time live, I felt like I haven't felt something like this watching Melody Festival and for at least like a decade. And I wrote that in my video regarding Melody Festival last year as well. That Hold Me Closer is could be my favorite song from Melody Festival of all time. And it seems like a lot of you agree with me that it's that good, you know. So 2022, we're going Hold Me Closer. Sorry, Loreen, but yeah, I mean, Cornelia is just massive competition, and it is what it is. We're moving on to Switzerland. We only have three left, and well, basically 2023 has to win all of them for it to be considered the better year, from according to the chat here. So yeah, we got Switzerland. We obviously have Boys Do Cry from 2022, and we have Water Gun from 2023. Remember, studio cuts, we're asking the community, and get your votes in. I think this one, like, for me, this one is an easy choice, but I'll see when Wake Me Up When Switzerland is over. Wow, very harsh. I think one of them is really good, but seems like the return of the mid-off. I think people are very harsh on Water Gun. I think it's pretty great. I mean, it's obviously gonna win here, so I feel like I can say my opinion here. I think Water Gun is like great power to it. I think the vocals are really strong. I like the piano arrangement throughout as well. I love that little opening of the piano line that it has, and I think his voice is really like packed with a lot of character, which I'm really fond of. Boys Do Cry is not like something that I dislike. It's just that I don't really click with it. I don't find it that interesting. I think that Water Gun has a lot of like interesting aspects within it. So yeah, we're closing the voting here. Water Gun won that one, so well, it's still possible for 2023 to win here. We're moving on to Ukraine. Maybe we'll change now because I know that not that many people are very fond of Heart of Steel, but we'll see. We'll see. Stefania, Heart of Steel. Get your votes in. Groot, when did you become a Eurovision fan? Started watching 2002, got all of the CDs from 2001. My first year watching was 2003. 2003, and I became a fan right away. I was sitting like little child me sat there and was like, please Belgium win, and then Sweden came along in the second to last voter and gave Belgium 0 points, which basically just made it not win. It's a classic moment in my childhood. But yeah, 2003 to answer your question there. Won't be surprised if Watergun either NQ or makes top 10 based on staging. Yeah, it could go either way. Absolutely. It's in a tough semi though, and it didn't really get that great of a draw, I'd say, in the running order. But we'll see. Stephanie is winning this one, isn't it? I think Heart of Steel is really, really great, but I mean, Stefania is Stefania. Groot has been watching ESC since I was 1 year old. Well, that just means I'm getting old, I guess. Yeah, Stefania won this one. We're closing it. Basically, 2022 has won this one. We'll see if it's gonna end with either a 1-point lead or a 3-point lead. We're basically going to the UK to end the voting here. Basically, we obviously have Spaceman, and then we have, oh wait, it's actually, I think it's spelled with a space between, right? And then I wrote a song. Ask your community. All right, get your votes in for the final one. UK will be a tough one. No, it wouldn't be. Okay, I wrote a song has 100% of the vote. Okay, not anymore. All right, Spaceman coming back in here. I expected a bigger divide between these two, but all right. I know that both songs have their fans, but I think there's a massive divide between these two. But that's just my personal take, you know. We're all subjective to our own personal preferences music-wise. Spaceman is kind of boring in studio, not gonna lie. Well, each to their own. Each to their own. Gotta bounce, have an early rise tomorrow. Oh, on a Saturday? I feel for you, honey. Have a good one. Have a good one. 2003 is such a good Eurovision year. Love Don't Break My Heart from Romania and Hello from Mars. Do you like these? Absolutely. Classics. Don't Break My Heart is really, really good. Hello from Mars is really charming. I love that little do-do-do-do, do-do-do-do-do. That little part. I think it's really cute. Charming one. Alright, we're closing. Spaceman won this one. Gotta say that, well, I mean, if you're on my channel, you know what I think of. You know what I think of the songs. You know I would have voted Spaceman as well. I don't need to go more into detail about that. So these are well, basically what the chat preferred. These are the songs that you preferred. 2022 is considered the better Eurovision year according to all of you. I'm not sure what mine would have looked like. Could I? If I do, let's see if this works. If I just put it up here as well. Okay, it looks the same. I would have wanted to try. Okay, basically, this is what yours look like. Has everyone kind of taken it in? I'm gonna save it as an image here, just so I have it, so I can show it to you again if we go back. I'm gonna make mine now, just slightly quickly here. Just gonna change a few things, I guess. Studio cuts. Let's see. I prefer probably that one. This is quality content right here, while I'm just sitting and arranging here. Feel like, okay, yeah, that one's going up there. Yeah, maybe, yep, no, yep, no way, Jose, yep, yeah, maybe. Let's see if yeah, this one's going down. That one can stay, that one can stay, that one can stay, that one can stay. Okay, yeah, this, yes. No, maybe. Nope. Yeah. This is a controversial one, but I actually prefer Burning Daylight. River, obviously. Saudade, Yamame. Yeah, okay, so these are mine. Mine would have been a bit closer between the 2 years, but this would have been my preferences. Tell me how terrible those are. I know I mean, they're not that like different from yours, but yeah. Basically, these are my preferences, and yours, well, I saved them on my computer. I can't really show you them now, but maybe you remember them. There were a few differences here and there, but overall, pretty similar. We had a lot of them in common as well, so yeah. That's been this stream, I guess. How many people are still watching? 94 of you, wow. Did I never close? I closed all of the votings, right? We've actually been streaming for 1 hour and 40 minutes. DN, are you still here? You said that I would do a short stream and it would only be 2 hours long. Oh, my face hides some... Oh my god. Wow, I messed up completely. Oh no. Oh no. That's a big mess up. There we go. That's mine. God, I messed up. Okay, let's see if I remember what you all put. This is mine, basically. All of you, you put this one up here. You put this one down here. You put Iceland on the other way. Okay, I'm gonna try and remember everything here. I'm gonna try to remember everything. This one was here. This one was here. This one was up here. Something needs to move down. Denmark was down here. Was it like this? I think it might have been like this. No, no way. Something needs to move down. What was the song that moved down? What was the song that was down there? Was it... Oh god. It was Israel, wasn't it? Yeah. These were your votes. There we go. I'll show you them to you again. Those were your votes. Yep, Israel and Denmark. Yeah, absolutely. Alright. Missed the beginning. Did the chat prefer Snap over Future Lover? Yes, they did. I didn't, though. But yeah, as I said, we said that it was going to be a short stream. And, well, 1 hour and 45 minutes later, here we are. We're going to close it here. It's been fun, though. I enjoyed it. I hope you enjoyed it, too. I'm kind of planning on streaming again tomorrow. If there isn't a stream tomorrow, I mean, it could always happen, you know. But the plan is that the stream for the voting session for the next 4 national finals is going to be tomorrow, basically. That's the plan. If the plan doesn't come into fruition, then, well, something's come up, basically. Close with 2 hours, almost nailed it. Yeah, absolutely. Can't believe it actually ended up being this long. Okay, I'm going to leave now. Have a good one until, well, I basically hope that you'll be back for another stream soon again. So have a good one, and bye bye.